Hi, welcome to the Travel Agency Near podcast. We're at day 100. I'm your host, Rachel Kay, and this episode is all about I'm going to get my blankie. Thank you. On fever. And my mic's all screwed up. So fun here. This episode is all about referral programs, loyalty programs, networking. Oh my, all the scary things. This is my third take on this because somebody is trying to prevent me. I don't know why I'm like hunched over the mic. Somebody's trying to prevent me from actually getting this episode out. Okay. AI will take your job. No, that's a thing that I've been hearing. I have seen some layoffs in a lot of larger organizations, and there is that fear. And I want to calm everyone's nerves a little bit. If you are like, oh my gosh, what if AI bots take over everything and now I have to compete with AI? Well, the good news is AI will never, ever, ever, ever be human. Okay. So you got that going for you. You're a human. Congratulations. You have a competitive edge already. And unless you're only focusing on generating maximum revenue with spamming affiliate links and things like that, you really don't have a threat. Like, yes, the big OTAs, if they haven't already, will most likely be implementing those lovely AI chatbots and call center virtual assistant people, whatever, travel planners. Ugh. Blech. Sorry. I'm like, that doesn't mean that your job's gonna get taken away. So if when I was a child, when I was a little girl, 9/11 happened like my senior, right after high school, something like that. Right after high school for me. I was like, the world is my oyster. And then 3 months later, it's like, oh no, it's on fire. Hooray. I have no idea what to do. I wanted to be a travel agent back in 1999. And I told my dad, I was like, Dad, I think I want to be a travel agent. And he was like, Expedia is a thing, and everyone's getting internet in their houses. No one's going to be a travel agent. It's going to be a dead career. Don't do it. I also wanted to be a DJ, and now I'm a travel agency owner and I have a podcast. Weird. So I didn't go down that path back in the day. Travel advisors are still around. It is 2026, so 25 years later, almost. At the time of this episode airing. Post 9/11, there are still travel advisors. In fact, it's one of the fastest growing careers in the United States. Okay, so haters going to hate, but we're still making money over here. What I'm trying to say is that was also around the time that Expedia popped up. And that was also around the time that Expedia popped up so much that they implemented call centers. And one of the call centers is in my hometown. It still exists today, to this day. And I will tell you, the majority of the Expedia call center reps, at least here, that I have met over my time, have never left the country. They don't have a passport, but at least they're American, right? That doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. Anyway, and this also is reminiscent of the time when call centers really started popping up. And I remember my parents trying to call like their local insurance company or maybe a local chain store. Like, I don't know why Famous Bar comes to mind or why they would even call them in the first place, but something like that, like a Dillard's, Macy's, something like that. Expecting to speak to someone in said department at that exact location because you beep, boop, beep, push the buttons, and then you get a call center rep. And how infuriated they would get when they weren't speaking to an actual person in their office. The same thing is happening now when you beep, boop, beep to call in to some local business. And it's like, oh, this is an AI assistant that's helping you. I can't find your information because I'm hallucinating right now and don't know why this plumber is paying for this. Anyway, enrages me is what I'm saying. I've been going through it lately and I'm like, I am not concerned with AI taking my job at all because it's the worst. Anyway, I will say AI is a helpful tool. I don't like the AI assistants or the bots or anything. There are some good things to AI. There are a ton of cons. Not the biggest fan of it. And it is new technology. And I'm not going to like poo poo it by any means. But there's like environmental factors and so many other things I could get into that I'm not going to get into. It will continue to trend upwards. It will become more and more commonplace. And I believe the new luxury service, if you aren't watching, I'm doing the air quotes for luxury, will be the ability to even interact with a human being. And I'm talking about like down to, so like fast food restaurants have a lot of computer things where you don't interact much with humans and their prices are outrageous. Like, just go make your own food. So I'm not going to talk about that. I'm getting too controversial. Eventually, I feel like fast food restaurants, as an example, will be completely robotic, zero human interaction, zero humans, maybe one person kind of like supervising the robots so it doesn't like turn into a Terminator series. Um, that's what I think is going to happen in like probably 10 years or so. So being able to interact with a human being, and never mind the number of AI content creators out there. And there's now AI scammers pretending to be like sales reps, but it's an AI and there's a filter and you don't know who you're working with on video. Don't worry, this is me. This is why I don't use any filters and I don't edit my videos. I'm a real human being full of mistakes. Who laughs at myself too much? Anyway, what I'm saying is do not worry about AI taking your job. People will pay to interact with a human being. It will be worth it to them to have real world knowledge, not data fed into some weird computer program. That being said, you should probably consider building more personal relationships. So the last few years, it's been pretty easy to set up rinse and repeat, especially for like weddings and groups. And yes, you get to know the couples, and yes, they come back and so on and so forth with weddings. But consider how many people you have served and how many are coming back and how often you stay in touch with them. Excuse me. We're going to do more episodes going into networking. I'm going to touch base a little bit. I want to focus on referral programs and loyalty programs primarily and just consider the pros of each. And I'll give you some quick tips to start setting up your loyalty program or referral program. If you are a current student, feel free to stop by one of the live Q&As every Monday. If you start on this and you have questions about developing said program, if you are not a current student, I believe it is in like week 22 of the Success Circle. Sorry, it drips 1 week at a time. So you got to deal with it for 4 months for that one bit of information. But there's a whole workbook and everything on helping you to develop and discern what type of program you need to do for your travel agency. All right, let's move on. I've already wasted half this episode rambling on about how much I hate AI, like grandpa shaking his fist at the sun. Networking locally, if you can, would be a boon to your business because it's people working with people. Networking is more like B2B, like business owner to business owner, or like someone in a business and like networking and forming partnerships. That is different from referral programs or loyalty programs that I'm going to get into. And we're going to have other episodes about that later on. Don't worry, I got notes for days. Referral and loyalty programs also help with the lifetime value of your clients. You can choose to do either or. You can do both. I don't care. I'm getting ready to do both. I already have a referral program, but I'm like, let's do a loyalty program. I got people that have been coming back for years. Let's reward those people that are just every single year I need a trip. What do I mean by lifetime value of client? Let's say you find someone on the old tic tac toes app and they schedule a consultation and they book one trip with you and you make your $500 commission. If you have a loyalty program, they're going to be incentivized to come back year over year over year and maybe book more than one trip a year. It really depends on their lifestyle, values, and finances. Same with referrals. That one lifetime value client is more likely to rebook again if they refer you because now they trust you and they are giving you out to their trusted friends and family members. And so they're going to have more loyalty to book with you again as well. Let's get into the perks. The perks of a referral program. Build a client base without the need for constant social media spamming everywhere. But sorry, I like social media. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a very good tool. And also, I don't like the pressure of like, oh, you need to be on all these platforms. You need to be here. You need to be here. And you need to do this kind of content. Da 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 da. And I'm going to overwhelm you and then buy my course on how to market on social media. Or you could have a referral program and still post on social media, also a loyalty program, and still post on social media as well, but not feel like you have to be posting 4 times a day or whatever the new algorithm for whatever app you're using is demanding of you. Don't be a slave to social media, is what I'm saying. People trust referrals and word of mouth way more than reviews anymore because more and more people understand many reviews are bots, many reviews are paid for, many reviews are not truly sincere information unless they're super angry. Like that's the only time someone's going to be honest about leaving a review in many cases. Okay. So also, fun fact, word of mouth advertising brings in 5 times more sales on average than any other marketing strategy. And it costs you nothing except saying to your client, hey, I have a referral program. The perks of a loyalty program. I have to get a back brace. Hypermobility for the win. Perks of a loyalty program. Again, you are increasing the lifetime value of your clients. I've already given the example. They may have booked one trip for a $500 commission. Having a loyalty program could incentivize them to book 10 trips over the cycle, like the lifetime cycle with that client or more, or bring more people on to join the loyalty program. Hey, you booked 5 trips with Rachel. Did you know that you get da 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 benefit? I've already got 4 trips. I want to do this trip with you. Let's do a 50th birthday celebration group trip. And if you are up here too, then you get this perk too. So you're going to get referral that way too. That's what I'm saying. How to build it. How do you build a referral and or loyalty program? Great question. You decide what you want it to look like. Should have pretty strict terms and conditions, i.e., like in my referral program, they have to book, like the referrals are good for 12 months. So this episode should air April, what day am I on? April 10th. This is when this episode will air. So if I got a referral on April 10th, then that client that earned that referral perk has 12 months to book a trip to get that incentive. Okay. So they have until April 10th of next year to deposit on a trip to take advantage of that incentive. Another thing that you should consider, you are giving them things in exchange for advertising. This is not a gift for the IRS. This is advertising. Talk to a CPA to verify. However, I have talked to a CPA when I mentioned this I don't remember when. I've mentioned this in like hot seat coachings and stuff. Others have talked to CPAs about it. It is technically advertising because you have strict terms and conditions and they have to meet certain requirements. Anyway, so you can incentivize quite a bit. Now, if you say something like, refer 5 new clients to me and they all book, I will reward you with the opportunity to pay the difference to upgrade your room to the next available category. If you just say that, there's a chance they book a junior garden suite, they get the referrals, they want to book the junior garden suite, and you have to pay the difference for the next available category. And what if all that's left is like the presidential master suite? That could be $1,000, $2,000 a night difference. Then you got to eat that. So you want to specify up to X value. Okay. hmm And then you also want to make sure I'm not an attorney, but I'm just saying, also make sure in your terms and conditions, there's no cash value for any of these things. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. So once you have that information in place, you got to make it easy for your clients to share. Have a pre-built email with the form that's done for them. I'm not sure what travel CRM you're using and what form capabilities, are there. However, a solid option would be Google Forms, converts the data to a spreadsheet so you can see it easily. And my travel CRM integrates with Zapier so I can zap that into my CRM. I don't know if yours does or not. So check. Excuse me. However, it's easier for you to see in spreadsheet, at least for me, in spreadsheet format, the name of the referrer. So you can track that easily. So you want to make sure that's all good to go. Have a pre-built email that they can share or social media post that they can share, however you want them to share it. Maybe do it in multiple formats so they have a choice. Make it easy for them is what I'm saying. Don't feel like, well, I might have this referral program and here's kind of an idea. And could you do this, please? I have nothing prepared. They're not going to, they're gonna be like, what? No. Number 2, incentivize at least the referrer, if not both referrer and referee, not referee, referee. Okay. How are you going to incentivize the new client that's referred to you? Great question. I charge fees up front. I would either waive or discount my fee if I wanted to do that. Okay. I would also recommend having all of this information on like a hidden page on your website, or maybe like a published page. It's up to you. I don't care. Or like have a landing page with this information with a link to the form for people to share. That way they can see all of the information, how it works, refer back to it. You also want to have on that landing page / in your T&Cs. Incentives are subject to change because you might change it. Okay. Number 3, test tracking before you implement this and send this all off. Does your travel CRM have the capability? Does it work? Does Zapier integration work? Does it make sense? Can you easily track it? It's not going to be super easy, but can you easily track it? Test it. I always tell my agents when they join my team, here's your CRM, make a fake client with the last name test in all caps. It can be your personal email, whatever first name, I don't care. But any new lead forms or forms that you create, any new email automations that you want to set up, send it to your test client. Practice your trips on invoicing, seeing how the payment links work, the invoice URLs, approving things, the terms and conditions. Does that all look good? Use your test client. Same thing here. Test it. Test, test, test. Once you have that all done, share it, either the loyalty program or the referral program or both, your most loyal clients first as like a sneak peek, like insider. If you're getting this cool thing, I'm launching it in a month, but you have access to it now, kind of thing. Then you start promoting it, set your promotion date right on the website, the email signature, the link in bio, and maybe work it into your elevator pitch. If you know you're going to be doing like networking luncheons, I'm talking too fast, or something to that effect, and someone, or maybe you have to go to a boring party where people are like, "Oh, what do you do? How much money do you make?" Well, you're boring instantly, but you got to answer that question. Like, who talks about that? Boring. Um, Hi, stranger. What kind of car do you drive? Is it a BMW? I have a BMW. Okay, well, I'm going to walk away now. I have to go to the bathroom. It was great chatting with you. I'll see you around. Incorporate it into your elevator pitch. If someone asks you, "So what do you do for a living?" Or "Why are you here?" I own a travel agency. Or if they say, "What's something exciting that you're working on?" Eh? What's something you're excited to be working on right now? An exciting project. Then you can answer, "I just launched a referral and or loyalty program for my diehard travel clients. I'm very excited about it because it incentivizes them and it helps keep costs down. Everything's crazy expensive. I'm giving back to my clients." Easy elevator pitch. Okay, let's do the KPIs. Oh, this episode is long. I'm not happy about that. What KPIs do you need to look for? If you don't know what a KPI is, it is a key performance indicator. Numero uno for your referral program. What's your referral rate? How many of the people that you send this out to, put it in your workflows, by the way, once you get it all launched. How many people actually share it? You send it out to your top 5 or 10 most loyal clients. 7 people come to you from it. That's a 70% referral rate ish if they're all different individuals. Participation rate. How many people are participating? So that's 7 out of 10. If all 7 of them are from one client, then that's a 100% participation rate from that person. And it's like a 10% participation rate overall. Then the conversion rate for referrals. How many new customers are you getting from referrals? If it's the loyalty program, how many re, repeat trips are you gaining quarter over quarter, year over year? Do not look at this on a week to week basis because it's not going to be fast at first. I will also tell you, I did this with my cleaning business way back in the day. And I remember telling my mom uh, how I was going to offer 10% discount for referrals. And she's like, "You're just going to lose money." First of all, if you're hanging out with anybody that says that to you, ignore them unless they are a billionaire self-made entrepreneur. Maybe take it to consideration. "You're just going to lose money. That's stupid." Okay, well, I'm going to do it. And it really helped my business. And then over the holiday season, from like, gosh, this was like a decade ago. More than that. Oh my gosh, I sold it a decade ago. Uh, from October 15th-ish through January 15th, I believe, or I don't remember. Around the holiday season, right? Everyone wants a deep clean. It costs so much more money. It takes so much more time. So I would start with all my clients on the thank you notes like, "Hey, holiday referral program season has started. Your friends and family, if they sign up by X dates, even if they don't get their cleaning done until like after the holidays, but if they sign up by like December 15th or whatever day I had, you get 20% off. So just 5 referrals will get you a free regular cleaning or discount on a deep clean." And my clients would go hog wild because they're like, "What do you mean I can get a free cleaning right before the holidays and have more money for Christmas gifts? This is amazing." So I'm telling you, do it. All right. Final KPI. ROI, the revenue generated compared to the cost of your rewards. Remember, you want to stipulate up to X value for each of your different tiers. Okay. Example, let's say your second tier is 5 referrals and you do the, oof, well, there goes that pen. You do the referral, like upgrade to the next room category thing, up to $500 value. All 5 referrals are Carnival cruises and they're like interior cabins and they're like $50 commissions before any host splits if you are hosted. Then you aren't getting good ROI. So you might need to like monitor. That's why you need to have rewards are subject to change on your website so they are aware of it. So they can't be like, ah. Now you might have to eat it the first time just because you're like, well, I got to honor this, but that'll give you an idea to change it and update as soon as possible. So you are actually getting ROI. Now, that's not factoring in the lifetime value. That's just for the first bookings. Hard to really say. This episode, too long. All right. I hope this episode helped you. This is like my third or fourth attempt at recording this episode. Somebody down below doesn't want me sharing info with you. So it's 100 days in. Have you subscribed yet? You just get notifications every single day. And most episodes are not a 30-minute sitcom. They're much shorter. So subscribe. Share this with someone. Come to the live Q&As of your students, hot seat coaching. You got a lot of people. I feel like I sound like our current president. It's the greatest program ever. All right. Have a good day. Come back tomorrow. Bye.